are these people?
I have a plug I would like to make, actually, and that is Polyrical. For those of you who haven't heard me mention his stuff before, he's sometimes in the chat with us. Polyrical is a fantastic podcast about political music, and his format is just to play you these songs from sometimes known artists, sometimes very unknown, sometimes global, all genres, spoken word stuff, just you name it. Really, really great, hard hitting, like political and protest music, like the way it's supposed to be. And I myself, as someone who made it, was under the impression that there wasn't a lot of it out there, and there is. It just gets fucking buried. We get buried. But Polyrical painstakingly hunts this stuff down and compiles just so much great stuff. And I was lucky enough to get his attention, and the episode that I was the featured artist for was where I took the samples that are in Apple Model 3 Slave Collar. Our society and our world are made up of these built up and contrived facades. And every now and then someone comes along with a hammer and smashes that facade. That's a brilliant, powerful hammer to smash that facade. That is the host of Polyrical speaking. And talking about specifically the lyrics of American tradition. And that podcast especially felt like it should have been some career retrospective at like the end of my life. Like, it felt like I was getting recognition from someone who absolutely knows what they're talking about, because they live this, you know, they hear all the political music there is to be heard, that they can get their hands on, and that he felt it important enough to single out not just some of my music, but some of my lyrics. He reads a line from American tradition, and it just felt like I was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award or something. I like remember like playing it for my wife and just crying in my kitchen. It just felt like I like so seen by someone that, like, you know, knows what they're looking at. And that was the first time I really got to experience that. And he's been fantastic about sharing my stuff. And when a new album comes out, sure enough, he'll, you know, feature a piece off of it. Well, his recent episode, he talked about what he goes through to pay licensing fees. There are 3 big licensing companies that you basically have to announce your earnings for the year. Well, he only has a couple subscribers, so he doesn't make very much money. I think he said like $72 in the year. Well, now they're not happy taking a percentage of your earnings. If you don't make enough, they want a minimum fee. And those minimum fees are between $300 and $500 each. He can cover the one main one, but right now he's kind of having to look at just reformatting the show moving forward, because it's not sustainable for him to keep shelling out, you know, $1,500 or whatever a year to keep the show running. All I could think of was how it wouldn't take that many monthly subscribers to have him breaking even. And if nothing else, I want to take the time on my episodes to talk about his work, to recommend you check out some episodes. If you are looking for a really great collection of like curated political music from someone that like gets it, politically is savvy as fuck, I cannot recommend Polyrical enough. And if nothing else, find his most recent episode and share it, because just the man deserves enough subscribers to keep this going the way it's been, and not having to resort to little clips of it, or, you know, as is, he's had to take down back episodes. There you go. Yeah, we awarded him for top podcaster, and rightfully so, because he puts in a lot of work, and it's you know, it's because it needs to be done, because people need to know that this is out there, because people all the time say, where's all the protest music, where's all the political stuff? And it's like, it's out there, and it's hard to find because they make it hard to find. So that's why someone like that digs through and unearths this for you is so important. So huge shout out and much love to Polyrical, and I can't recommend enough that you give it a listen.
Again, this is at indiemediaawards.substack.com. I put the link in the chat so everyone can get to this page, and I put all his links in here as well as embedded the podcast so that you can listen to it right from here.
Awesome.
Or you can subscribe and link to it however you want to get to it. He also does. He's part of Moving Train Radio. Polyrical is aligned with, so they have a Twitch channel, and when he does apparently live stream too. So you might be able to catch him there. They have a Bandcamp as well as Twitter and on a website. So yeah, by all means, give them a shout out and a follow.
He has a great cadence when he reads too. That when he reads the line from American Tradition, it's the somewhere in America, a man with no money in the bank is on his way to City Hall to go complain about proposals for a soup kitchen. And he'll never see the tiny bit of irony that floats in all the tragedy of his position. And then he says it like it's a Dateline. He goes, and he's not the only one. It's an American tradition. And it's like, it's fucking awesome. Like, I might see if he'll let me sample him quoting my own line to use in a future project, because it's so impactful. And honestly, I will be the first to admit I have gone back and listened to that episode several times when I needed a reminder of who I've been able to reach so far, when I felt like I didn't want to fucking do it anymore. When I have those times where it's like I need the push and I need the motivation to go against the repulsion and the depression, and that's always been a rejuvenating fucking stream of life for me, because he just really, like, he fucking got exactly what I was putting down. So yeah, shout out to Polyrical.
Oh man, I bookmark tweets. That's when somebody says something nice, I bookmark, and then when I get to that, I go to the bookmarks. I'm like, all right, yep,
right.
That's why.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yep.
Like, why do I still do this? And literally, I had a conversation with somebody last night. Like, why are you doing this? Like, why? Well, because there's a lot of reasons, but why are you killing yourself? Like 7 days a week doing this and spending hours and publishing and writing and editing and doing all of them. Well, for a lot of reasons, but mostly because there's not enough of us, and we need it. This is what I feel like I got to do. It's hard to explain, but